I mean, well, based on what I've written here, I'm not. So it says, so the questions we have is what would you do differently? Or how would you write it differently? And I put scrap the episode.
No. James did not enjoy that episode.
I'm sorry if it's any of your favourite episodes.
No, you're not.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome. And welcome to you, our audience.
Welcome. Good day to you.
Good day or evening, wherever you may be located.
Yeah, or good night.
Good night,
or yes. Good afternoon.
Exactly. Or bad night, or whatever is going on.
No, it's good, because they're watching this.
Yes, true, yes. Yeah. Hopefully this will make your evening or day better.
Or afternoon.
Yes.
Or morning.
True. And this is the review, our fourth episode. We've done The Child, Science of Least, Elementary Dear Data, and now we're doing
The Outrageous Okona.
The Outrageous Okona. Yes. And summary, what did you think of it, Andrew?
Outrageous. Completely outrageous.
Okay.
First of all, I thought it was something from The Lion King. Back to Timon and Pumbaa, Okona.
Okay.
Then I realised, okay, it's not Disney, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a fun episode.
It's a fun episode.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so most of it
kind of felt fresh to you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, for me, when I watched it, it was all right for me. It wasn't anything. Yeah.
It's going to be in your bottom five, isn't it?
I don't know where it's going to be. It's not going to be the bottom. It's just
that's The Child. We've reserved that for The Child.
Yeah, that's true. The Child. It's not going to be near the top though. I don't know.
Okay.
I think the issue I find with some episodes like this, when it revolves around like the guest,
right, rather than actor, characters.
Yeah, is it, you got to have a good guest star. I'm not saying he was terrible, but like
he was definitely memorable.
He's memorable, yeah. And did you know that actor? He auditioned to do William Riker.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. So it's almost like he was a bit like Riker, but just had to make sure we didn't get confused because he had long hair. So he's got a ponytail, but
Oh, we're not going to get confused. Different name, different clothes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, but he resembled more of a Star Wars character to me.
Yeah.
You know which one I refer?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Han Solo.
Yeah, Han Solo. Bit rogue.
That's what Deanna refers to him as well.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I just but I like the twist of the story because he's set up to be a certain type of person, with the ladies.
Actually, he's a bit of a Cupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's one point when Wolf says, he's been reported in 4 different quarters or something.
I will respond to your request shortly. If you are off.
Captain Okona has not responded, sir. He's been reported in 3 different crew quarters.
Find him. Get him up here.
Yes, sir.
I thought for me, the side plot on Data was hit and miss about the comedy.
Yeah.
There's bits that it was good, but there was bits I thought was a bit, the holodeck stuff I thought didn't land very well. It was a bit too much. With the stand-up comedian.
Yes, yeah.
When they were doing an impersonation and they had teeth, it was really bad.
That is considered to be funny?
He beams across, to the Enterprise, doesn't he? Because they want to repair his ship. Because I think they were going there to not negotiate what they're doing.
I can't remember actually.
They happened to be there, didn't they?
Yeah, there must be a reason, though.
I can't remember what the reason was. The ship in distress. That was it.
Right, okay.
This in distress. I don't know why they were in that particular system though.
No, it's fine.
And then they offer to help, and then he like as soon as he beams aboard, he's like flirting with
Terry Hatcher.
Yeah. Before she was not even credited in the episode apparently.
Really?
So I think this is before she was a known actress. Which all I remember of she's known for lots of things, but I remember her from Superman more than anything else.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've seen her in. Really.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
She is in lots of stuff.
Yeah. He seems to have like the charm.
Yeah. More than Riker.
Yeah. With the guys as well, like, you know, having a little bit of a joke with Geordie and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously makes Data engage in humour.
Life is like loading twice your cargo weight onto your spacecraft. If it's canaries, and you can keep half of them flying all of the time, you're all right.
I doubt that statement is entirely accurate either, sir.
Accurate? That was a joke I just told you.
I do not understand.
You don't know what a joke is?
Of course I do. It is a witticism, a gag, a bon mot, a fluctuation of words concluding with a trick ending.
That's the dictionary meaning. I'm talking about humor, fun. Do you know what funny is? Where's 806?
Right over there, sir. Why?
You probably wouldn't understand that either.
He wasn't really, Worf's favourite person.
Worf was wanting to fight him at one point, wasn't he?
Yes, I would like that. Yeah. Yeah.
You will come with me to the main bridge.
Sure it can wait a few minutes?
Now! I like that. But I have my orders.
Some other time.
So there's these two ships that arrive. One to start off with, they want to see Okona. Okona. Sorry. Yeah. And they won't explain why. It's an internal affair. And another ship comes along and says, we also want to speak. Well, we were here first. We had an argument. One side's accusing
him of impregnating his daughter. And then the other one reckons he's nicked something of theirs.
Yeah.
And they're like two toddlers going...
Yeah.
When Picard gets them both on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, with the interesting split in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just a straight line, like...
Oh, I see, yeah.
The only reason I know...
Conference calls in the 21st century.
But the conference call in the next episode, because they do it again, is a completely different design.
Okay.
So, but this episode, it was like a weird... It wasn't even a straight line, it was like a squiggle.
Yeah. So at one point, Picard just mutes them while they just carry on yapping.
Yeah, and I'm like...
Yeah.
I wonder what the lines were.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
I wonder what they were saying. I had meat and potatoes.
Missed out on some vital plot information.
Yeah. What are you going to say?
But you could see that Picard he needed that time just to think things through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're just unknown loads of useless information, really. So he just needed time to think, okay, what are we going to do here? So he just shuts them off and talks to Krona in his ready room.
I wonder where this idea of this episode come from, because someone must have this idea of this character, or was it this actor who didn't get the job as Riker? They thought, oh, it'd be great to use him. But maybe they in a different capacity, because I know you enjoyed the episode, but for me, it wasn't that compelling to me. Like, I like the twist, what they've done. They made us make an assumption. And obviously, we find out later on, they come on board the ship. And Okana's basically keeping the jewel because it's a wedding gift.
Yes.
Because the child from one side was actually, from one faction, was is the father of the child and the other. But they don't, or the other side, but they're not meant to be together.
Yeah.
Because I think they're warring factions, or
they are, yeah. And the son of the leader of one faction, who's the father of that baby, he was like, well, I didn't want to say anything to you because you're not giving me what I deserve. And I think the jewel is actually a family crest or heirloom or something.
Yeah, that's right.
Which he stole to give in marriage to the lady on the other side.
Yeah, and we're made to think he stole it because there's a scene when he takes it out and he looks at it.
Oh, Okona, yeah.
In engineering, I think he is, or something.
Yes, that's right.
In a public place. I've got something, and he puts it back in his pocket.
I think he's actually developed quite a close bond between the couple.
Yeah.
Because you see, when they're all gathered together on the Enterprise and it all comes out, she then stands in front of Okona, and he puts his hands on her shoulders from behind.
Yeah.
And even touches her neck. And
I didn't notice that bit.
That's quite an intimate
thing to do. To fool us.
Well, no, because this is right when we find out that she's in love with the guy from the other faction.
Yeah.
But because then later we then find out that he's been secretly given their love letters to each other. I think there's been a deeper level of trust with Okana and that couple. So they do actually, as a couple, I think they do respect and trust him because of what he's been doing for them.
Yeah. That's true.
I also, because he gave his broken equipment to engineering, and they were upgrading his system, which was cool. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. I was half hoping that they would also upgrade other stuff as well for him.
Yeah.
Here's some new weapons,
yeah,
some shields, here's 10 photon torpedoes.
Yeah. It's interesting. And I don't. Where is he from? Is he part of one of these worlds? Are they from two different worlds? Is he? Who is he? Who is he?
Don't know.
Where's he from?
This is outrageous.
Yes, it's outrageous. Where does that guy come from? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he seems to be just out there, just doing his thing, and happens to be involved with. I can't recall if it's two races from one planet or two different warring planets. But yeah, I mean, I like the exchanges between Guinan and Data. I thought were good.
Yes.
In 10 Forward, there was a couple of scenes in 10 Forward where she's trying to coach Data in humour.
Although, to be fair, I don't think there's any scenes that I can think of where Guinan
is bad. No, there's not really any scenes I've ever. Yeah, that's true. And some would argue she a better counsellor than Counsellor Troy. There's one episode I remember actually.
So. I think you see her do more counselling than Deanna.
Yeah.
Most of the time, Deanna seems just to be an assistant to Picard, just advising him on.
Yes.
Because she's an empath, so it's very useful to have her. Do you think this person's lying or whatever? But as a counsellor, not do that much.
No. It's funny because there's one episode I think Garden does counsel Troy. And she's the episode when she loses her empathic state.
Okay, yeah.
And then it's I might take your job. And she's like, oh, there's more to it than just, I don't know, just reading people or something. There's other things to take into account. Yeah, I think I can do that. It's quite funny.
But yeah, she's kind of manipulating the situation to try
and get her
back on doing it.
Yeah, exactly. But
again, a better counsellor than Deanna Troy.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what that was, if they realised that at the time, what they were doing.
You got to think in real life, to make the step and go to a counsellor requires you to humble yourself.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier for people to go to a bar, drink, and share your problems with a mate.
Yeah.
And I think Guinan really is the bartender, isn't she?
Yeah.
So she's just there chatting. It's an informal setting. People's guards are down. So I think it's a much more natural, even today, you look at people and I think it's a lot easier and a lot more natural for people just to share with a friend.
That's true. Everyone tells their bartender their problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than go to something official or when I'm on a counselling session.
Yeah.
Could feel a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're saying that Guinan is coaching Data in humour.
Yeah, there's a few good jokes in there. I was, quite.
Data, it's all about your timing. But my timing is digital.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's funny, but he didn't get why it was funny.
Yeah.
Data, you spoiled the joke. I mean, it could have been your timing.
My timing is digital. What?
That's funny.
Why?
It would take too long to explain. Tell me another joke.
Yeah, there's not really other interesting points in the episode. Just mentioned, to be honest. I mean, lasers. We realised lasers don't penetrate.
It reminds me of another episode later on. I can't remember what episode it is. These tiny little ships come and attack the Enterprise. And
they just get destroyed.
Yeah.
Conundrum. Yeah.
Yes, that one.
That's a good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What season is that?
5. I mean, well, based on what I've written here, I'm not. So it says, so the questions we have is what would you do differently? Or how would you write it differently? And I put scrap the episode.
No. James did not enjoy that episode.
I'm sorry if it's any of your favourite episodes.
No, you're not.
But yeah, I mean, it's an ad. I don't feel like it adds anything to the show. I mean, that's what I was mentioning before about, a guest star, because that guest is in the show and then he goes, and you're not going to think about Okona anymore. And he hasn't had any direct impact to anybody in the crew or any interaction.
Well, yeah, there's been at least 3 females he slept with.
Yeah, but they're off the screen, and one of them, was Terry.
One of them didn't have any lines.
Yeah,
and the other one you didn't even see.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean though.
It's like it's like a filler.
There's no character development of the main characters. You're actually developing the character of a guest star who's, like you said, has gone into the episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like, I don't feel like I would go. I'd like to return to that episode. It's like I don't feel like there's enough for me to go watch that episode again.
One thing that there is some development with Data.
Yes.
In exploring his lack of humour or whatever. But you also do get to see more Picard. So he's very good with diplomacy.
Yeah, you see him actioning that. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But yeah, Okona shouldn't have been the main
thing.
Yeah. I don't know how you'd go about it.
And I feel like that's also down for the next episode would possibly review. We are reviewing.
Yeah.
Possibly the same similar type of issue.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we can go into that episode when we get to it. But yeah, so either scrap that episode, or even just, if we can't scrap it, then that bit in the holodeck needs to be improved or scrapped. There's a holodeck bit with the comedian Joe something or other, I remember his name, but he was, I don't know that comedian, but apparently he was in like Saturday Night Live back in the 80s.
Right.
So, but yeah, I didn't find anything funny in that bit.
No.
It was more cringe. I felt it
Yes.
very cringy. I don't know if it was funny back then.
Maybe
But
it just hasn't aged well.
It hasn't aged well, but I don't think I ever found it funny.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you remember that bit, Heather? I don't remember.
I only have vague memories of seeing that. I have no idea whether I found it funny back then or not. Probably not.
But yeah, it wasn't funny. What would you do differently, or how would you write it differently? Sounds like you're quite happy with it.
Overall, yeah. I enjoyed it just as a fun, almost like a fun filler episode. But having processed it and chatted it with you, I do agree now that, the bits in the holodeck.
Oh no, I've changed your mind.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's always good to hear other people's opinions on stuff. We always think we're right about everything until we hear someone else's opinion. It's good because it helps to challenge your opinions, your preconceptions of stuff. Which is why differences are good.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done differently though. Yeah. No. Maybe you could
get rid of the ponytail.
Where the data could have gone to each member of the crew and ask about their opinion on humour and jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the story with Okona and the two factions that he's interactive with. I also found it interesting that when they first meet him, when they put him on the viewer, you don't see his face straight away. He's rummaging around and fixing stuff.
Yeah, I wonder why they did that.
To do like a big reveal of who he is. But obviously, he doesn't know who he is. And it's
some guy. Maybe we might thought it was a woman. He said ponytail.
Oh, see.
Maybe everyone was supposed to go, wow, he's handsome.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be, attractive.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't attractive.
No, me neither, James. Me neither. Oh.
That'd be interesting. I'd like to see, because he went for the role for Riker, I think they could maybe somehow bit, competition for Riker.
Well, he flirts with Deanna, but
yeah, maybe he has a bit of a problem with it or something.
Oh, see. Yeah,
because he's like in the same kind of league.
Going on to the next question, which links into that one, is what did they do really well in this episode?
Oh yeah,
I think they did Okona well. Like that he is a rogue. And
the character.
Yeah, it was done well.
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't play the role badly.
No,
but
I believed it. I believed in his character, and I like the fact that they misled you at the start to make you think that, because obviously you don't hear any other information except what the people and the factions are saying. So suddenly you think, oh yeah, he's the thief and everything else.
Yeah.
And actually, by the end of it, you're on his side. You realise actually he's been helping this couple out.
Yeah.
He isn't the bad guy at all.
It didn't seem like someone you could, even from the beginning, I never thought, he's Dodge.
Yeah.
I didn't have that feeling. He didn't come across like that.
But still, I wouldn't completely trust him.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't feel
100%.
Yeah. Even though, Deanna didn't sense anything untoward in him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, I think he played the role well. He did that well, but, I don't know. he doesn't. He fits very well for an episode of Star Trek made in the 80s.
Okay, yeah.
Because, like, he's quite... The lines he was saying, the way he was approaching women was very, like, quite cheesy.
Yes. It was very dated.
It was very dated.
Yeah.
Even his hair was dated, like. Any lines that stood out for you? I didn't have anything.
James just wants to move on to the next episode.
I can't think of any lines. I mean, they were funny. The lines about, like, look at me and, you know, my timing is digital.
Mm.
But I was going to say that's probably, that's what I find funny.
For me, I almost felt sorry for Data because he said, it was either Guinan or it was the guy in the holodeck was asking him why he wants to be funny to try and get to the root of it. And he said, I want to join in.
Oh.
And you kind of feel for him. You're like, yeah, you don't, do you? You're sitting on the sides, really, and just being an observer of laughter and humour and comedy.
Yeah.
And the reality is, well, apart from the emotion chip later on, which is outside of the series, the reality is you're never going to know comedy or humour because you're a robot, essentially.
It's a bit harsh. I wouldn't go to you as a counsellor.
Counsellor Andrew, yes, no, you're a robot, so you can't do next.
Yeah. Thanks.
But that's the hard truth.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when he said that, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Data. You can't join in, can you?
No, it's been left out.
Yeah.
Loner. Actually, a lot of the crew are loners, aren't they? I just realised. Data, Wolf. Oh, maybe that's it. It's Data and Wolf. Picard, you know, he's English. He's a Frenchman that's...
French Englishman?
Yeah, French Englishman.
Yeah. It's kind of bizarre.
Troy is half Beta. Yeah. And also, it's funny, they're all a bit odd, the crew. And a lot of them, family members have died. Troy's dad died, Wesley's dad's died. Didn't Riker's mum die or something?
Why not?
Yeah, I can't remember, but he doesn't get along with his dad. They all got father issues.
Oh, wow.
Either they're dead or they don't get along with them. Yes, my parents died of Kittimer. Anyone normal in the crew? No.
Not that I know of.
I don't know anything about Picard's parents at all, actually.
No.
Apart from the imaginings in Where No One Has Gone Before. Mama.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, in Picard, if you watch Picard, which will probably ruin it for you, yeah, he has a lot of family issues.
Does he?
Yeah, I think his mum hung herself or something like
wow.
that. Something like that. I can't remember now.
Okay. Who's the family member he goes to visit in
his brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they die in generations.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Ruined it for you. Well, hopefully you're watching it because you've already seen it. And
yeah. It's too late.
Ruined it for you guys listening. And then what stood out to be funny? Anything funny?
There was a lot that was funny in this episode for me.
Yeah. Is it more the Data side or more the
Yeah.
Okona?
So when Picard and Riker first meet Okona on the screen,
and he's got his back.
Yeah, he turns around and they have a conversation with Picard, or he has a conversation with Picard.
Yeah.
Riker. I like Picard's, I find it funny, Picard's unimpressed look. Like you can clearly see he isn't impressed with Okona, the way he handles himself. And I think he looks at Riker like, who is this guy? What is going on here?
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Like, and to be able to, as a sign of good acting, is that you can convey thoughts and things without speaking.
Yeah.
So, Patrick Stewart's is a good actor in general anyway. But to be able to have the visual expressions that...
Yeah, and he wasn't overacting it.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't using like...
What a weird guy, man! Ooh!
Yeah, it's very subtle. He wasn't making a big hoo-ha about it, but it's like, you can see that.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I thought was funny was when Data laughed at...
Oh, the fake laugh.
Fake laugh.
Yeah, in the corridor. He's done it a few times, actually.
Now, that's sex appeal.
Sexual attraction in this context is not a part of my programming. I am an android.
Well then, have you seen any good-looking computers lately? That's a joke. It's funny.
Huh. Of course it is.
He's trying to join in.
Yeah, he does. He's done a fake laugh, I think, once before in the episode The Game when Wesley comes back and they do a surprise.
Okay.
In the observation lounge, and everyone's like laughing,
and
he's like, yeah.
And one other bit, there's a lot of fun bits in this episode.
Maybe I'm not a very fun person. Maybe.
You're not. You're very boring. That's okay. I don't want to tell you to your face.
Oh maybe I wasn't in a good mood watching this episode.
Where the two faction ships come at them with their lasers. And this is interesting. They never tell the audience directly that phasers are very inferior.
Phasers or lasers?
Oh, sorry, lasers.
Yeah.
Which is good. Like the way they interact, like they're coming at us with lasers. What do they hope to do with that? Like, because they're interacting in a more subtle way, it's nicer than saying, I don't know, rather than being a bit too blatant about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that wasn't the point I was trying to make.
When distracted by the lasers.
Yeah. Picard then says, drop our shields. And Mike is like, why are we doing that? And Picard says, well, in case we want to surrender.
That's a joke. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Bit of sarcasm.
Yeah. So that was
quite funny.
That was funny.
Yeah. That's true. That is funny. Yeah. I should have found that the most funny thing because that's probably typical British humour, isn't it? Sarcasm.
It is, yeah. I'm going to guess the funniest bit for you was the very start of the episode, like the very first second. You were just looking at the episode thinking, this whole episode is a joke and should be included.
Yeah.
I'm just going to laugh at the whole thing.
What was the ultimate bad acting moment? None for you, I guess.
No, it was the end. That was the best episode ever.
Yeah, number one for me.
Best episode out of all of the Next Generation. In fact, all Star Trek altogether.
Yeah.
Wasn't terrible acting, but it wasn't great either. When the couple at the end talking about how in love they are, with it, especially the woman.
Yeah,
it was
I was thinking that. It was a bit wooden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really
much behind it. It's easy to judge, isn't it? I can't do any better. But if you're going to
try now, let's do it now.
James,
I want you.
James, I can't be with you. I'm a married man.
What? I'm not a married man.
I'm not a married man.
Yes.
I'm not a married man.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I didn't really focus on that one.
You were asleep by that point.
Yeah, no, that was a bit with a good twist, but you're right. But they were quite, they're meant to be young. Well, the boy looked younger than the pregnant woman.
Sorry, that's true.
She was the same age. Apologise, whoever you were.
It's the makeup's fault.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe they're young and inexperienced, and they didn't have a large part to play, so maybe they didn't have much to go with. Maybe they just, when they audition, you do, because it's a small part, but I don't know. But for me, the worst part, the bad acting part, was just the impressions of Jerry Lewis.
Oh.
Yeah, in the holodeck. That's just a really bad acting moment. I don't think Brent Spiner was bad. I think it was the guy who was on stage telling the jokes and interacting. But I don't think maybe he's not. He's more of a comedian than an actor. I don't know. It just felt really bad. It just felt really like cringe-worthy. I couldn't. It didn't make me want to watch it. I want to look away. I felt it was distracting.
Yeah. I guess maybe for its time it was alright.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. What let us know in the comments, those who are listening, what you thought of that particular moment.
Did you sleep through that episode?
Did you sleep? Or do you use it to get to sleep?
Oh, I'm having a rough night's sleep. What shall I do?
Oh, Outrageous Okona.
There we are. That does it. Oh.
That's good. But if it's followed with a really good episode, it might wake you up again 45 minutes later.
Wow. Dangerous.
But I don't think the next episode would. Moral lesson? Any moral lessons? Did you?
I don't know if this was
always
what.
Have some joy in your heart and
don't be such a downer. James. Have a bit of fun.
Yeah, have some fun in your life.
Yeah.
Don't take things too seriously.
Exactly. I wrote down: don't assume and communicate. Oh.
I did.
Is that what you got as well?
Similar. Yeah.
Similar. Okay. Because thinking about the problems that had arisen is because certain family members just hadn't communicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand the reasons why the son and the daughter didn't want to communicate what they wanted to with their parents. It was kind of, I understood that. But then again, like especially with Okona, we assume stuff about him based on things that other people have said. And it's very easy to assume stuff about people.
Yeah. Why'd you look at them when he said that?
No, because something just popped up on the screen. I was thinking, are we still recording?
I see. Yeah.
But yes, I'm assuming stuff about you. But yeah, it's easy to assume stuff about people.
Yeah.
And that's our tendency rather than to communicate and find out the truth for ourselves.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. It's very assumption. Assume is making an ass out of you and me.
Yeah.
That's a good one. But yeah, I kind of put something similar. I just put, don't judge by appearances as they can be deceiving.
Yes. Very good.
So, yeah, that's a moral lesson.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and that could be either way. You could look at someone and think, he's a bit dodge.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be completely opposite. Or,
oh,
he looks prim and proper.
He looks trustworthy.
Exactly. But he could be the devil.
Yeah. That's what I thought about you.
Yes, I'm no Outrageous Okona, though.
No. You know, James. Yeah. It was pretty safe there.
Yeah. So, how many women did Riker sleep with in this episode? Well,
which Riker?
Exactly.
The original or
the one who tried to get the job?
3.
Yeah, 3. One who got the job. 0, because
that you could see he was slightly jealous, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw it. Well, maybe that's why you didn't see him a lot in the episode. He's pretty like crying in his quarters, tears going down his beard.
It would be funny as if, like later in the episode or towards the end, Riker comes up to the bridge with like a similar haircut to Okona.
He cut his beard off and stuck it in the back. I'll give him.
He opens up his uniform a bit at the top to reveal some of his chest.
Yeah, maybe he got that. Yeah, he gets that dress from Angel 1 and the wardrobe. Because what Okona was wearing is quite similar. It's just black.
Yeah.
You just spray paint it.
How
many times was Wolf denied?
I put once.
Are you talking about that interaction?
Yeah. Because it was like...
He was denied a fight, I guess.
He was, yeah. He said, I want to beat you up, essentially, but
I
can't because of my orders.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, poor Wolf. You're there just to be denied and get beaten up.
Yeah, and there was no weedy security guards in this episode.
There weren't.
They're cutting on the budget, aren't they?
They are. They are part of the favourite part of each episode when I find them.
Yeah. Not in this episode. Wolf was the only one that had to come down.
Yeah. I think so far, Code of... No. What's the one with the Klingons in it?
Matter of Honor.
Yeah.
No, sorry. So that's this season.
Code of Honor?
No, it's Heart of Glory.
That's it, Heart of Glory.
Yeah. There's so many episodes with words just jumped around. You got Code of Honor, a Matter of Honor, a Matter of Perspective, a Matter of Time. There's all these different episodes with just like, I'll put that word there and this word there, and I'll make another episode name.
They put them all into a hat, shuffle,
Yeah.
and say, oh.
Exactly.
But yeah, Heart of Glory so far has got the best weedy.
Oh yeah, they were terrible, but maybe well, Tashiar was in charge.
Yeah.
Sorry, she was in charge of security. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought it was a fun episode.
I didn't. I ain't put that one again. I got the DVD, I got the disc, and I snapped it off.
Scratched it multiple times.
You can't do it on Netflix. You can't delete. No, I wouldn't do that. I think you should always allow all the episodes to be available, whether you like it or not. You should never erase anything from history. Otherwise, you're never going to learn from it. Some people said, Code of Honor, they should get rid of it completely out of... No, but then, it's history, isn't it? It's like...
It is. Well, I think Okona should be left in, definitely.
It should be what?
Left in. It should be like one of the main highlighted episodes.
Yes.
Of the Next Generation.
For you.
For everyone.
For everyone. Oh, okay. He does get brought back, I think, in Lower Decks.
Does he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Character.
Well, did you enjoy the Outrageous Okona?
Yes, let us know in the comments.
It wasn't that outrageous, was he, to be honest?
No. But we were made to think he was outrageous.
Yeah.
It was more like, what would you call the episode instead? The flirty
Okona.
That guy, that fella, Okona. You can always make comments, what you thought of the episodes, if you disagree or agree with any of us. And also, if you want to make any suggestions for our podcast, you can email us on givemegenesispodcast@gmail.com. So, 4 episodes down, 18 more to go.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Take care.
See you next time.
Bye.